And good morning to one and all. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing good. It's been some time. It's been quite a while. So my last night's video that went up was actually filmed about a week ago. There, give or take, a bit more maybe. And yeah, so if you haven't watched that, please go over and watch that. So that wasn't filmed any day soon. So yeah, I'm back today. So today we do have shopping coming through. Been trying to eat some meals out of the freezer, like we've done spaghetti bolognese, which I had already made, done tacos, which meant then it used up the garlic, the pasta bread, the garlic bread and the pasta and stuff like that. So I'm trying to make room in the freezer for up and coming meals that I'm making this week. And also in the process then I thought, right, I'm going to drag this out because this is quite bulky in here, in this. I know I probably could have wrapped that in cling film, but I didn't. So we're going to have pork crackling loin joint today. Now we're not doing a meal with this. We're actually just going to be having hog roast rolls. So that'll be nice. So I'm going to be making a bit of stuffing with that. Now I did just say to Dan, would you like a couple of roasties with that? You know, I can get it all on the tray as well. And he said no. I said, well, some croquettes on the side, a little potato substitute. Nope, he's quite happy with the pork rolls today. So we're getting fresh rolls delivered shortly. Won't be long actually. So I'm just going to be using a cheeky stuffing. Got to have stuffing in a hog roast roll, haven't you? Cheeky stuffing. And what I'm going to do is cook up a slice or two of bacon to put into the stuffing and some breadcrumbs as well. First things first, I want to get this joint of meat on the pan and we can get that on the go. Let me get the oven on actually, which will be good because it will heat up the van again. Here we go. Right, but what I'm going to do on the outside of this actually, I've got some I think it's Dijon. It is Dijon mustard left over from HelloFresh. So I thought, why not? Let's make a little rub on the outside with that. Let's see if we can get that up looking and tasting lovely. Right, let's get this out the packet. Say hello to Mila. It's been a while.
Merry Christmas.
No, we're all up to date now. Christmas is over and done with. I do have a haul video that I did do the haul video since last week, the Timu haul, but the other video, the vlog video, that was about a week ago, if not a little bit longer. Right, so with this, I'm gonna plonk that on there. Let's take that off. Let me bring you down. So yeah, I don't know whether to. Yeah, I'm going to put the mustard all on the outside of it. And a bit of salt. That's not as big as I thought actually, so that's quite good because I was quite concerned about leftovers. Right, I'm going to rub this on the meat, but then rub salt on that. I think that'll be nice. So we've got a video to do today, so I'm going to be jotting off every now and again over at the travel trolls. Right, so I'm going to leave the string on. I feel that will make it easier. Oh really, it was a bit of a pain last time. No, I'll leave it on. I'll leave it on for now. So I'm going to just smudge some Dijon mustard all over it. Just making use of it, giving it a flavour. I'll be honest, if there's any joint that I particularly don't like, and it would be pork, but I don't mind it as a hog roast roll. Not a massive fan of pork. Right, I'm gonna have to get my hands in now, ain't I? No, you probably would do this with the ham, but I'm doing it with me pork. Honey and mustard, that would be good, but then that's sort of definitely changing the flavour up, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think I want really sweet pork. A bit of mustard, it would be nice. Alright, there we go. Let me just rinse that quick. So I can rub some salt into that. Pat it into it. And I'm just banging that in the oven. No fancy stuff about it. It's already pre-slit. If you can open those and get the salt into it, it helps. Right, I think that's about it. I'm going to bang that in the oven. Just wash my hands. What else am I doing today? I've got some bedding on at the minute. Got to wash the bed sheets. And apart from helping Dan and making some stuffing, nice easy day. Two strips of bacon. I'd rather have more than not enough, so to say. So I'm going to get those cooked. Right, so with the breadcrumbs, I'm going to be using my little blender thing that I got from Timu. Brilliant for doing breadcrumbs. So now I haven't got no stale bread left out on the worktop like I usually would. So I hope it still actually sort of chops it up. Why ain't that working? There we go. Danish bread. Not what I like, but Dan picked it. Right, let's see how this goes. Let's bring it down. Oh yeah, do you like my new jumper then from the Timu? I actually like it. Alright, let's break this into tiny bits. Ideally maybe 2 slices of this, so we'll see. I'll just get a paper plate because when they're done then I can just dump them on a paper plate. I'm not gonna squeeze too much into it. It's probably too much. And here we go, look, just pull it. Look at that, look how quick and easy. This is a really good tool. Obviously you can use it for herbs, onions, veg or anything, garlic. Oh, Mazzy! There we have it. So that's one small batch done. Actually, I don't know, maybe only 1 slice. We'll see, we'll see. I might do the 2. Yeah, so that's come out well actually. This saves getting out your big blenders and stuff just to make a few breadcrumbs. And it stores really well, look at it, look. I'm not trying to sell it because I don't get nothing for mentioning it. I paid for this. Do you know what? I think 1 might be enough actually. It's quite a lot of breadcrumb, isn't it? Yeah, that'll be plenty. Gonna have a load of shopping to put away now in a minute. Driver's going to be here. Alright, so I'm gonna use the whole bag. It's just cheapy stuff in. Fine, it's just for a few sandwiches, you know. And if I ever have leftovers, I usually would then put it in wraps. But I haven't bought stuff for wraps this week actually. Look at that, look, how am I meant to fit everything in there now? So I will be adding knob of butter as well to this. Just jazz it up a bit. I'm not going to add extra salt, that pork's going to be salty anyway. And then with the bacon. So let's get all the breadcrumbs in. I would have liked another slice of breadcrumb in that, if I'm totally honest. I'm just going to use my dry hand just to bulk it out a bit more. Not bulk it out, I'm not trying to stretch it, but I just feel like it might make it better. I do feel like it's going to make it better. I'm going to do 1 more slice. Yeah, definitely. So I had been weighing myself on the Fridays, hadn't I? I did it the first week, told you what I lost in that first week. And then the second Friday, which is the Friday just gone, I missed it. I forgot to do it. So anyway, I haven't done it. So what I'm going to do is just wait now till next Friday, which would mean then I've stuck with my, I'm not going to say healthy eating, stuck with, and I'm not going to call it a diet. I've stuck with it anyway, with not eating sweets or Coke for 3 weeks then, if I do it next Friday. But I'll tell you what I have had. I'm not depriving myself. I've had 2 McDonald's in that time. Not 2 full McDonald's, but I've had 2 McDonald's. So I mean, I'm not depriving myself. That was lack of option, if I'm honest, so we had to sort of have that. Well, no, it wasn't. No, we didn't have to have that. No, I don't know really why I said that. Right, I think this one more slice is going to do it. Yeah, so I'll do, again, a weigh-in. Like I said, I'm just trying to watch with the sugary stuff up until my birthday. Which would have been then, I suppose, nearly a full month of doing it by then. 4 or 5 weeks by the time that rolled round. Anyway. Check on this bacon. I don't want to totally really cook the bacon loads. Let me just get me tongs. Let's go and have a look, because it will bake in the oven as well, you see. Right, hold on. I'm gonna have to put you lot down while I try and flip that. Well, blimey, the shopping's alright. Wow. Oh, that's a big one. Oh no, I've got all this to do. Right, let me flip me bacon. He'd only just nipped out. He did say that they should be here, but he never got the notification, so to say, proper notification. So I've got to put all this away. So what I've got planned this week, I'm going to be doing a korma curry. One night for me and Dan, but also then in the process I want to make extra to store in the freezer. Now I've made a homemade korma curry from scratch twice before actually, and oh my gosh, it was totally amazing. Totally. It really was unbelievable. Right, yeah, so let's put some stuff away anyway. I know I've got bread. I do have bread. These wraps won't be no good now, I doubt. No. Tea cakes for Dan. He does like his tea cakes. Right, I'm just going to put a bit of shopping away. Look at the butter I got. I didn't realise it was going to be so big. It's huge. Got a good deal on that actually. Normal size I think was $4.50 and this one was $5. But I didn't realise it was the big one. Did get from McDonald's, they now do these sauce sachets, you know, like the little pots of sauce. Big Mac, they do Big Mac ones. Really cool, I was well amazed. Oh yeah, so along with the korma as well, I'm going to be making the base for a normal curry as well, and make the curry as well and get them in the freezer as well. But sometimes a korma's nice, isn't it? It's just a tastier flavour rather than burning your mouth out. Right, so Dan don't like applesauce, but I do. Now I went for a sort of a cheap one last time. It was horrible. It had the most horrible taste, so I just went for Coleman's today. But I'm contemplating whether to make my own today. I should have just made my own because I got some apples. That's a carrot. It's for the curries. It's for the curry, the coconut. Right, and that's everything. I can get chopping that bacon up. And get that, well, I'll just put these away and then get chopping that bacon up. I'm going to tip this into a saucepan. It's just silly. I'm struggling. Right, while it's still dry, give it a proper mix now. So that's had 2 slices of bread. Yeah, I'm not trying to bulk it out to get more. To be honest, I don't need it. Right. Where's my tongs? So I'll try and cut these up into little bits. Without burning myself. Ow. Mix. So I'm going to mix in a good knob of butter into this. Maybe that much. And add me water. So this will be prepared then. Now I would usually do balls, but I think with this I'm going to do a big sort of just block of it. So just say, get that mixed in. Now if I had some sage, I probably would add just a tiny bit more sage. Well, I mean, it's going to have it in the stuffing mix anyway. So I'm not salt and pepper. Well, I might pepper it. I can pepper it, but I'm not salting that. Not with the bacon. Let's get a bit of... Yeah, I'm not sure if I've got sage as a spice in my house. What I'll do is probably just bake that in a tin, one of my takeaway tins, cut down on the washing up, so to say. Well, it'll be handy because once then it's cooked, it will be just in the tin, won't it? I don't want this too wet. That's going to be plenty, but I didn't want it too dry either and just crumbling all over the place. That's perfect. And just by adding those like the breadcrumbs and a bit of bacon, absolutely makes a difference. Right, let's put some in this tin, a couple of tins maybe. And I will be squashing it down actually. I usually wouldn't if I was doing it for a dinner, but I want to get it so it's kind of soft rather than putting hard crunchy stuff in my roll. Ah, it should all go in one actually. There we have it. So I'm going to stick that in now and just get that ready, cooked. It's going to take a while anyway. So in the meantime, while that's cooking, I'm going to be off helping Dan with something. So we'll see you in a bit. Right, washing's done. So I'm going to try and make the bed. Now I didn't wash all the bed. The rest of the bed is clean. I actually washed the heated blanket yesterday. So yeah, I've got. Basically, I spilled a drop of coffee in my bed last night. I was turning over but forgot my phone was on a charge lead and it dragged the cup of coffee off the cupboard. It wasn't too bad if I'm totally honest. The worst bit was probably the carpet, and I dealt with it all. But I couldn't change the sheets at that time of the night. I would have done if I know it wouldn't have bothered Dan, but it would have bothered you. So yeah, I washed the electric blanket yesterday. I give it a good, proper, good wash and dried it in the tumble dryer, and it dried fine. So this is the mattress protector. I had to go all the way down to the mattress protector for this. It wouldn't have done no harm in washing this anyway. It's not something I wash all the time, so yeah, to give it a freshen up wouldn't have done no harm at all. Right, so yeah, this is the mattress protector. Luckily, it doesn't look like it went through to the mattress. So that's good. Just such a pain to get up and down the sides of these beds. I'm still yet to wash the Christmas bedding, but I'm not going to be doing that now, like I said, until I get some good weather and put that out on the line. Oh, it did go on my electric blanket a little bit there, look, just tiny bit. Oh, that's annoying because I only cleaned that yesterday. Yeah, so I had to strip the bed yesterday just to wash that. Just wanted to freshen that up. Never mind. So the pork's looking good anyway. Just trying to, oh right, okay. Yep, now I've peeled the mattress up like that. It needs a wipe, bit of a wipe. So I'm gonna go and get a cloth and stuff and just wipe that. It's only a little bit actually, if I'm honest, so that's good. So I'm just going to use this, it'll be fine. I might give the carpet a quick go as well. I did deal with the carpet. It's not terrible, this. And actually, it's did a little bit of it went on my card as well. Oh. You'll have to excuse Dan in the background. Just a little bit on the wall there. Ah, it's hard. I don't really want to leave it because if you leave it, it might end up staining, mightn't it? No, that's it. That really wasn't that bad. Once I've made the bed, I might just clean the floor again. Get some more tissue though. Right, yeah, I've got to put the electric blanket back on now. So I'll do the mattress protector, electric blanket, and then a sheet. Still dyed pink. You can't get that pink out. But it's fine. I thought that's from the Christmas bedding. It doesn't bother me. You don't really notice it actually once it's now have I got that upside down? You don't really notice it once it's on the bed. I do prefer a flat sheet than a fitted sheet. Actually, it just seems to work better. For me, anyway. Now you're going to say, aren't you, stop bringing cups of coffee. Well, no, I don't want to live like that. I want to be able to have a cup of coffee in bed. It was bound to happen. That was the first time. Oh, I forgot to plug the electric blankets in on the other side. Now you can wash this electric blanket. Dan was like quite surprised. But I've washed it a few times, quite a few times. So I'm surprised that he didn't know you could. But yeah, you can wash them. It's a brilliant electric blanket actually. It's dual control because you do have to pay the extra for the dual. I think it cost, well it was over, I think it might have been 150 quid, but in my eyes it's worth it. Especially when you're cold at night. And this fan does go down to quite a low degree during the middle of the night because we don't keep the heating on all night. Let's plug that in. All done. Yeah, so the bedding is actually pretty clean. It's not been slept in, so yeah, that's all clean now and lovely. It does need a bit of just a little bit of a hoover in here though, doesn't it? Oh, I've done the floor, giving that a good sort of clean up. Right, let's hoover. The last of my Mrs. Hinch's. Is it like a winter edition? Alpine Escape. This one was nice. Oh, I tell you what is smelling nice though. I've done the whole house hoovering. It's the pork. I can hear it sizzling now, so I'm going to have to just check on that in the oven. I've had to turn the heating down. It's boiling in here. Oh, I'm going to have to take my jumper off. One or the other. Right, let's just check on this pork and the stuffing. The stuffing actually should be near enough done. Oh, scary. Scary, scary. Look at that. Look at the crackling on that. That looks amazing. So I'm going to say that the stuffing is actually done. Let's just bring this over there. So what I'm going to do now is cut them strings off actually, and then get the top of the pork browned off a bit. Shrink to nothing these joints, don't they? So I've got the strings off eventually. Right, this needs to come off the tray, but it's going to be greasy. That's definitely going to be cooked. It's had long enough, so to say. Let's cut this top off. This is lovely crackling. Now, with my diet eating habit thing that I'm trying to change, I won't be having the crackling. That is literally just sort of eating fat off a pig's bum, so to say, isn't it? Now, not that I'm on a diet or anything, but that, you know, I will avoid that, which is a shame. But actually, anyway, that gives Dan more to him. He does love this crackling. So that ain't actually going to need much more. Just try and render it off at the bottom a little bit. So this, I'm going to leave that fat on there because it will help keep it juicy. Right, I'm going to put that back into the oven. So I'm just going to check this stuff in. I think that's perfect to how I want it. That's had long enough in the oven now. So what it should be is just a little bit crispy on the outside, but I want that soft bit for my rolls. That's how I think I'd prefer it. Right, I've got a couple of bits to wash up, and I've got to and go and give Dan a hand again. Right, that's all done. I'm just going to show you the rolls we got. Now, I was going to go for big baps because I think Dan would prefer that. But then 2 of them is obviously going to be too much, whereas 1 ain't enough. So I thought, right, I'll get these smaller ones then, and they're already pre-cut as well, and I can toast them off in the little frying pan. Just dry toast them. It's they come out lovely. Oh, I've got a splatter of it looked like spaghetti bolognese or something. I don't know. Oh, it might be where like the string was flicking, you know, taking the string off. Right, I've got to go and help Dan. And I need to go out and get some air. It is so hot in here. It says 21, but I'm boiling. So I've just took the crackling out, got the stuffing wrapped. Just flip the pork over so it'll cook on the underside. So, oops. So I'm just going to trim this up now. Scissors is a great way to do this. My scissors could do sharpening actually. But look at that for a bit of crackling. That's well nice. I'm hoping the Dijon mustard's going to come through on the pork. It might not because it wasn't a lot, but it'd be nice if it gave it a tiny bit of flavour. Now I can scrape all that fat off, but I'm going to see, because Dan likes it if it's hot, maybe not so much if it's cold, but I won't do it yet. I'll see how he feels about it. So these are big bits of scratchings, aren't they? Last time I did the gammon ham, Dan actually ate the lot, all the scratchings. Do you want to try a bit of pork scratching? It'll be hot. No. Do you want to try a bit? It's hot. Do you want me to cut it?
Take that bit off. No, take that fat off.
Oh, you want it off then, yeah?
Not all of it. That bit, yeah.
There we go. I'm going to have to defat these then.
Whoa.
That weren't the noise I was waiting to hear. I was waiting to hear,
It's hot.
It is. Right, I'm going to defat these then. Take the majority off. All I do with that is just literally get rid of that white stuff. That's one done. Been a while, but it's time. I've turned the oven off now. I'm going to get it out now and wrap it up in foil. Keep it nice. Ooh. Now that's hot. I should have kept the box to the pork to put all the fat into it. Never mind. So yeah, we're going to wrap that in foil. Give it about half an hour, let it sort of rest and stuff, and then I'm going to make a sandwich. Smells good in here, doesn't it, honey?
Yeah.
And get that carved up. That looks scrummy. So like I said, I am going to toast the buns. I just find it makes it so much nicer. I should have got some rocket. Rocket in this now would have been lovely. Call me odd, call me whatever. Just don't call me early in the morning. So whatever's left on these rolls, I'm actually going to freeze. I think there's probably going to be 2. If we have 2 each, I might do Dan a third. I don't know. There's only so much of the same item you can keep eating, isn't there? So once I've got all these toasted, I will make my roll. It's a little bit on the early side, but it doesn't matter. I can nibble at it. Put that there. So Dan's going to have 3. He's decided he's going to have 3. So I've just lightly toasted him like that. Look, it really makes a difference. Just when you can taste the love that you can taste that somebody's actually put love into your sandwich. Now I've done 2 for me, but oh, I don't know, I think I'll struggle with that. I've actually got an orange as well. I'm gonna have a tangerine, but they're too cold, so I had to put it on the radiator for now. They're too cold for me teeth. I'm just going to wrap these up for a bit later on. Not too much, because obviously they're still a bit hot. So I want the steaming air to go out. There we go. So there's 1 roll left. I can put that in the freezer. That's it's always there then, isn't it? Right. Let's start making me roll. So first thing, I suppose, is to try and slice up a bit of this meat. Probably have to use the sharpest bread knife I've got. This one ain't that good. Not anymore, needs sharpening. Move that. So there's a bit of fat on the edge there. I'm just going to cut that off for mine. Perfectly done. Let's get that on there. Right, that's enough pork for me. Let's get that wrapped again in a bit of foil, keep that warm. Now I don't want to slice down yet because I don't want it to dry out. I'll just keep that like that. So on mine, I will be having applesauce. I never did get around to making mine, did I? Never mind. Just put that on there. I wouldn't mind, I had the apples as well to use up, but never mind. Now with this, I would have preferred to have gotten it out the tin and sliced it. But I don't think that's going to be the case. So, let's see if I can get it out like that. Oh, I broke it. But that is how I wanted it. All sort of soft there like that. Yeah, with a little bit of a crust on the edge. God, that's a lot of stuff in there, isn't it? Look, I've hardly touched it. Brilliant. I could eat stuffing for just dinner, just literally on its own. Right, so that's my sandwich. Look how wonderful that looks. It's well nice. Quick taste test and then I'm going to wrap this video up because I think it's quite long actually. Banging. That tastes like I've just paid about 10 quid for that from somewhere. Okay, that is scrummy yummy. So that and a tangerine today. I've got another one if I want another one. I can have as many as I want. But yep, that's my tea today. So I hope you enjoyed that little quick video there today. No, it's not quick, is it? It's gone on and on and on. But I hope you enjoyed that little video today. A comeback video. Right, gonna love you and leave you and see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.